How does a game you were looking forward to sneak up and surprise you? What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box. This is Mass Effect 3. This is, of course, on the PC version of this game. It is coming out on, I believe, every platform known to man except for the Wii and the Game Boy Color, but not too big of a problem there with that Game Boy Color. Not many people still playing that, except for, I'm sure, the Pokemon diehards back in the day. Whatever. That's not the subject here. Yes, Mass Effect 3, this game I was looking forward to. Absolutely, very much so. I love me some Mass Effects. It's just such a fun game. One of the best series of this current, I guess, console generation. Obviously, PC doesn't really have generation, so to speak. It just kind of depends on where the console's at the time, but I want to talk about a little bit about this because, honestly, I was like, holy crap, the demo is out on Origin, and it is out, of course, on all the other platforms as well right now. But this is multiplayer, which obviously is a completely new thing to Mass Effect, and surprisingly, pretty well implemented, I think, from what we see here in the demo. You saw me earlier just standing around here at this wall. What I was doing is actually checking to see where the enemy came from, because when I first played this map, this was the second time I played this map, but when I first played this map, the first round, they all came from that area I was just at. But as you saw, this time, they didn't go there, which kind of makes me think that there's not a set pattern or anything, which is a very nice thing, because obviously games where there's just a set pattern tend to lose their luster really quickly, because they don't keep you on your toes, and it is what it is. But anyways, as for a little bit of things about Mass Effect that I found so far, or Mass Effect 3 I should say, is, you know, just ignoring multiplayer and single player, just talking about the game itself. The controls, I don't know if it's just me not playing Mass Effect for a very long while, but the controls in this game just seem really clunky, more so than Mass Effect 2, which, you know, it's not a big thing. It really won't bother me because this isn't a competitive multiplayer game. It's, you know, basically single player driven, which is, you know, what I really want. I don't even care that it has multiplayer. It's just like a strange surprise that's like, surprise! Have some multiplayer, why not? Which I think I'm going to enjoy. And I honestly don't enjoy these types of multiplayer games where they're, you know, shooting waves as if enemies. Not really a fan of that, but this was actually really fun to play because I guess the Mass Effectiveness. Yes, I just said Mass Effectiveness. But the game looks so much better than Mass Effect 2. I noticed when I was playing the single-player portion of the demo. The first mission, which I guess is on Earth, you know, obviously, I mean, it's not a spoiler or anything, because obviously it's pretty obvious, but within, like, the first, like, 20 seconds of, like, actually getting into the game, you know, past the cutscene. Oh, and when you die in multiplayer, or when you get dropped, you got a button mash, which absolutely sucks on a keyboard because mashing the spacebar is not effective. But, anyways, I was just, like, completely struck by how much better the game looks. And it's not just, like, textures or anything, because really the textures don't look better. It's just, like, the art direction is actually just better this time around, which is really nice. Because it seems like every game nowadays with their fancy art direction, you know, just ends up looking like crap. Looking at you, Battlefield 3, because apparently everything is blue and black. I don't understand it. But whatever, this isn't a Battlefield video, so we won't go into that, but, so yeah, that's pretty interesting. I did also notice a nice change from Mass Effect 2 was that I was playing as an infiltrator, as I usually do, because it's really one of the only classes I find too much fun in, that and Vanguard. But the fact that you could actually, like, carry a shotgun as well, you know, as opposed to Mass Effect 2 where you had basically your pistol, your submachine gun, and your sniper rifle as an infiltrator. So I think it's more like Mass Effect 1 where every class gets all their weapons, you know, but certain classes excel with certain weapons, obviously, so it's more beneficial to use them, but you don't have to use them, which is really nice because obviously with the tactical cloak and a shotgun, it's just awesome. Surprise! But that was really cool, I thought. So, single player, honestly, after playing this, just flat out looking forward to this game because it seems like it's going to address a lot of things I didn't like about Mass Effect 2. That's basically how simple and boring it became, and straightforward. But not go as far as Mass Effect 1 was, where there was just so much stupid stuff that didn't even need to be there, that was there just to be there. But as for the multiplayer, holy crap, this is actually fun. This is surprising. And yes, I am a Solarian, if you have not noticed. If obviously if you haven't played the demo yet, or you don't have multiplayer access, I think it opens up Friday the 17th. So by the time you guys see this video, it'll probably be unlocked for everyone. Or I'm sure most of you guys have already played this anyways, if you're interested in this game. But I did get the access, I guess, from Battlefield 3, a special promotion or something like that. I didn't pre-order this game yet, but that said, I think I'm actually going to pre-order this game because, quite frankly, I was just blown away. It's like an improvement, like an honest improvement, but not abandoning, what makes the series great, But as for multiplayer, like I said, you do see me playing a Solarian. That actually does kind of have an effect in that, and here I'm just shooting these guys, seeing if I can get damage on the top of their head, but apparently that hitbox isn't actually there. But instead of like doing the combat roll anyways, like I was trying to say here, as a Solarian, I'll do this little nifty little juke there, where I just go all Heisman pose and just, run around people. The humans do their combat roll that you've probably seen in the trailers if you follow this game. I'm pretty sure different races do different little juke moves or whatever, which is kind of cool. Nice little touch. Obviously, it does change things. Obviously, if you are playing such as like a Solarian, where you'll see, like I think later in this game, I just basically run at the guy and then I juke around him like a freaking NFL running back. It was pretty cool, I thought, but I don't know. It's still, honestly, to me, just an annoying little feature. To be honest, it just seems to get in my way more often than not. But this is a demo version. I'm sure it'll be fixed or tweaked to be improved anyway. So I'm not too hugely concerned about that. And it really doesn't really piss me off that much. It's just kind of like one of those minor nuisances. But as for the multiplayer, as I keep trying to talk about, I am playing an infiltrator here. As you obviously notice, I'm using a sniper rifle and a submachine gun, which is pretty standard. But as I did mention in multiplayer, basically the same thing carries over from single player, where you can pick whatever weapon you want. You're allowed 2 weapons, basically. There might be room for another weapon. I'm not sure. I'm only like a level 3. I haven't played that much, but like I said, this is really one of my early games. But I thought the really cool thing was that you level up classes individually. So I play Infiltrator mostly, so I'm going to level up Infiltrator rather than, leveling up an entire kit, and I can just be like, oh hey, I feel like playing, Vanguard today, so I'm a level 15 Vanguard because I'm a level 15 Infiltrator. Which would have been really lame, but I think they handled it correctly, I would say, in doing so, as they did in this game, which is really cool, I think, and really going to add some extras to the game. Obviously, those levels are completely separate from single player, and that's what it is. But going back to that, you see me using the submachine gun. In hindsight, I think I'm going to actually be using the pistol more than the submachine gun. Obviously, the pistols have a little bit more range in this game, a little bit more accuracy, which I think fits me better because I like to shoot people in the face, and submachine guns don't do that too well in this game, just because obviously they just really don't have that tight accuracy that you need, at longer ranges. But that's one of the cool things. If you're a submachine gun guy, you can take your submachine gun. If you want to be an assault rifle guy as an infiltrator, I do believe you can do that. And I'm about to totally fail right about here. And yeah, Mass Effect 3, surprise. And apparently you can't shoot through that little slit. Hey, gotta learn sometime, right? Surprise, this game is here, and this game is pretty freaking awesome, and really might just finish off Mass Effect in the most fitting way possible. With death. Alright, bye.